Welcome to Nerd Stalker. I am Adolfo Ferranda on this beautiful mid-October day, and my co-host is
Greg Flory, aka Social Gray on Twitter for the Nerd Stalker Media Network. Hey, man, another podcast, another week, man.
another wonderful week. Almost to Halloween.
Woohoo! Almost. We'd like to see what you're. You got to put your mask on.
Oh God! Wait till you see this. Yeah, got some good stuff.
All right. Well, let's get on with it here for the Nerd Stalker picks of the week. What's this about? Yahoo's promise of password-free email? Like, that's too good to know. That's
right. It sounds awesome. Like when I hear that, I'm like, this is fantastic. So what they're, So I'd like to thank Sean Michael Kerner from eWeek on this one. So there's a news analysis. Yahoo is celebrating its 18th birthday this month. Has evolved over the years, and a lot of you guys might have seen, and myself included, because I do have a Yahoo email account as well, mainly for my like advertisement type of stuff and subscriptions and all that stuff, you know. But they did a revamp, and it looks really kind of very Gmail-ish, and has like inbox type of features, meaning you can slide to the left or slide to the right, especially its mobile solution now, and the desktop solution looks really nice. But now they're announcing also that they're going to do a new version of the service this week, promising users a new way to secure access that doesn't require passwords. So the cornerstone of Yahoo's passwordless approach to mail access is a technology the company is calling Yahoo Account Key. In a Tumblr post, Dylan Casey, vice president of product management at Yahoo, explained that Account Key makes use of push notification on a mobile device to provide users with an easy way to access a Yahoo account. Excuse me. So Account Key streamlines the sign-in process with a secure, elegant, and easy-to-use interface that makes access as easy as tapping a button, is what Casey said. It's also more secure than a traditional password because once you activate Account Key, even if someone gets access to your account info, they can't sign in. So other security experts are expressing skepticism, right? Because what they've basically done is bypassed any type of traditional, the tried and true password thing, and any two-factor authentication also. So that's one of the criticisms here. And what they're saying also is that Yahoo's approach is moving away from regardless if Yahoo's approach is more secure, it doesn't appear to be worse than what is already implemented for most email providers. If it makes life better for users, they will most likely be happy users. Lance James, a security expert and intelligent advisor for Unit 221B, said that the Yahoo passwordless approach is gimmicky and doesn't really make a massive dent in the problem. The fact that you have to use your phone number for this is ill-advised, he says, mainly because it's another piece of data that's traded out instead of a password. James says, the one step is interesting, but the phone or smartwatch device shouldn't be assumed to be trusted or unlocked or left around somewhere that someone can get it. There's a simple attack vector against the new system. Given that mobile device malware is a growing problem, James said, adding, so basically if you get malware on your phone, that could be an issue, because if they get if your phone is compromised and they get your username, which is typically something like, Adolfo or Greg, right, at yahoo.com or something like that, you're pretty much screwed. They got your email. That being said, if it's one service that I've seen my friends get hacked over and over again, where I get weird spammy emails, it's from Yahoo, their Yahoo accounts.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
pretty regularly,
doing
right?
Something.
Yeah. So I said, I'm kind of all for it, because anything to change up the current system, I'm like, great.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's why Yahoo Mail's been known, as you just said, is the spam, and
it's your backup kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
not even backup. Yeah, maybe you're forward facing.
Like if I lose a password, you might be able to contact me on yahoo.com.
yeah. Exactly. Right.
Oh my God. Hey, they're changing. Hey, they're doing something. So I'm all for that.
Good for them. So on to another service, Google. What's going on with Google, Greg?
Oh, well, there's this legal battle that's been going on between authors and Google for the last few years. So, thanks to Alina Saluk from the Two-Way for this one.
Yeah, I'll take that.
NPR, basically. Anyway, so for a decade now, Google's enormous project to create massive digital library of books have been embroiled in litigation with a group of writers who says it's costing them lots of lost money and revenue. So on Friday, Google notched a victory when the federal courts Appeals or Appeals Court ruled that the company's project was fair use. And if you go back to 2005, what has happened is that actually 2004, Google scanned more than 20 million books, as reported by NPR in 2013. And this was really to try to work with the libraries in major research libraries in digitizing current and out of print books in their collections. That's really was the purpose. But the Authors Guild is claiming that it has wide affecting results by allowing them to do that. So that's why they've been suing them for the last 10 years. So
that's right.
I don't know. I think libraries need something. They can't do it by themselves, and it's great for Google to kind of pick that up. It's just I know there's a lot of books that aren't on the digital market. I was just talking the other day with a friend that isn't it interesting that when you Google something, it's really of the last 15 years, maybe 10, right? You really rarely get anything out beyond that. And we were talking about it, is that a problem? It might be if there's some interesting research or other things that have happened in those previous years that you'd love to read about or get some background information about.
And what an amazing service, because I was thinking, I heard the story this morning, how there's been a couple outbreaks of Ebola again in a certain part of Africa, right? And after a 2-week nothingness, but a lot of the skepticism towards getting Ebola treatment is these weird sort of like, almost like mythological things, like, oh, we can't let these people come in because they're spreading AIDS, the helpers, or this and that, or they're spreading Ebola themselves, or, we burn albinos, all this just really wacky stuff for lack of knowledge. And they're close to getting internet access, right, on their mobile phones. So once you get that, and you get the more dearth of information that they can get from Google or this literature, I think how much it'll help a society that's been, regressed for so long, ramp up.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you. I think that access to information in a lot of cases, like what you just explained, is really good for people. On the other hand, there's going to be the worries by the, artists, authors who, want theirs.
Compensation.
It's the same argument as music, right? You hear that all the time, right? So anyway, let's move on, man. We kicked that one to death. Let's move on to EasyMile's driverless bus.
Yeah. Let me get this one prompted up. So
I can't yell at the Munich driver anymore.
Yeah. This one's exciting because it's like a pre-existing technology, that's sort of out there and that's been happening for a while now. And you'll see some of these pictures of this particular this service here, and. So this is the EasyMile. It's a driverless bus developed by French firm EasyMile, is to go into operation at a business park in California, and a park in Singapore. The EZ10 is operated entirely autonomously and doesn't even have a steering wheel. EasyMile says that it hopes to have 100 to 200 EZ10s in operation by 2017. Like the Lutz Pathfinder, the EZ10 is designed for the last mile travel, such as between travel hubs and final destinations, or for looped routes within confined areas like airports, city centers, and business parks. For the time being, it will not be used on the road. It differs from the Pathfinder in that it already is in full operation, as I mentioned earlier, in a number of locations around the world and can accommodate 12 passengers instead of just 2. The EZ10 is fully electric, and it's powered by a lithium-ion battery, which can be fully charged in 8 hours. This gives it up to 12 hours of operation and a range of about 50 miles. It has an average cruising speed of up to 12 miles an hour and a top speed of 25 miles an hour, right? So it's intended to be this slow thing. So as you can see in this video, if you're going to crash into this thing, you're going to, effectively bump into a brick wall, right? There's no special. What I really find fascinating about this is that there's no special infrastructure required for the EZ10 to travel along, unlike with a tram or a train. Instead, a route or virtual line is created for the vehicle to follow, and it can then repeat continually. A mix of localization, navigation obstacles, obstacle detection, as you've seen here, avoidance technologies are used to ensure the EZ10 stays on course and negotiation hazards. Among the sources from which it pulls data are LiDAR, video, differential, global positioning systems, and on and on. As you may be, some people are thinking, what if this thing gets hacked? So what it says is it's protected from being hacked in a number of ways. It will apparently stop automatically if asked to deviate from its predefined route. Communication to the fleet management system is encrypted, and yay encryption, kind of. And the vehicle's safety chain, that's how it responds to different situations. It's independent from the IT network, which is a huge plus. So it's going to be on 2-week trial, and then it's going to be, like we said earlier, it's going to be out in Singapore at a Bay Park there, and in a business park in San Ramon at the end of December or something like that. God. So
that's crazy.
They'll join a bunch of others that have been deployed already in Finland, France, Spain, and Switzerland. So good on the Easy 10.
Wow, that kind of reminds me of Disneyland.
Yeah, totally, right? Yeah, like a Disneyland thing.
Yeah, maybe they should try it in Disneyland.
Minus the tracks.
Yeah.
What's so great is you don't need an infrastructure. That's a huge financial win.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see the test results from that. Hopefully it'll be okay. So
yeah.
All right.
All righty, man. So next up, Uber. What's going on with these guys?
Oh man. Well, we went from Uber Eats in the summer, right, Adolfo, to Uber now Rush. Check this out. So basically, what you'll be seeing is from thanks to Business Insider for this, Biz Carson. Thank you. The next time you order a burrito, it may be delivered by Uber driver. Well, not Uber driver, but Uber messenger guy. So whoa. I think yes. Sorry about that. But so one of the things that they were talking about is now launching a messenger using bike messengers to deliver items, within an urban setting. Of course, I don't see this really working in the suburbs, but I guess now they're going to start pissing off the bike messengers and not the drivers now. Right?
Totally, man. Oh no.
But anyway, I think in some of the test areas that they did, an example in the story they used was that a woman forgot either a raincoat for a business meeting, hailed a bike messenger to go pick it up from her office and drop it by, and cost her $11. And I think, basically, I forget, it's like a 25% cut off the top or something for that. And so,
wow,
I don't know, but makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes total sense. And everything. Yeah, and they called us the FedEx killer, right? So
FedEx killer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I guess I see that. I think FedEx has the, and a lot of people like Amazon, I think, just released this week, kind of like on rush delivery service. And
that's right.
Right.
So same-day service, yeah,
seems to be a trend.
They could even partner, although I could imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, on a macro level, I can see how this is just meaning like within town. This is very disruptive, as you say, or potentially could be disruptive to someone like FedEx or even UPS or any of the pre-existing services. Yeah,
if it's cheap enough. I think that's the thing is that, I think the balance between like for me, getting the letter the next day is, I plan my life around that, right? So now if this service says, oh, wow, I can actually be even within 2 hours of my, window or whatever, will that change the way I interact, who
this really appeals to, though, I can see this to, is businesses. Like I know ad agencies are constantly shipping proofs to each other, like all day long. They use these guys a lot. I mean, I constantly see bike messengers at different ad agencies, right? And places like that. So they're constantly doing that kind of service, using that type of service.
And that's very surprising, right? Because of all the electronic stuff that goes on these days, right? That's still very surprising to me, but like I said, it still happens. So so it's interesting.
I agree.
Wow. All right, Uber Rush. Wait for that one in your city, coming to you soon. So anyway, let's move on to NSA breaking so much crypto.
What right. So kind of like a dense story here, but very, very interesting. So thanks to the Freedom to Tinker research and expert commentary on digital technologies and public life blog, and particularly the writers Alex Halderman and Nadia Henniger for this great article. So yeah, how is the NSA breaking so much crypto is sort of what's been happening there for the question for so long. So there have been rumors for years that the NSA can decrypt a significant fraction of encrypted internet traffic. In 2012, James Bamford published an article quoting an anonymous former NSA official stating that the agency has achieved a computing breakthrough that gave them the ability to crack current public encryption. This is way back in 2012, right? So the Snowden documents also hint at some extraordinary capabilities as well. They show that the NSA has built extensive infrastructure to intercept and decrypt VPN traffic, and suggest that the agency can decrypt at least some HTTPS, which is secure web traffic, and SSH, secure shell connections on demand, which is huge. On demand, we're saying, that's instantaneous virtually and whenever they want. So however, the documents do not explain how these breakthroughs work, obviously, right? And speculation about possible backdoors or broken algorithms has been rampant in the tech community. Yesterday at ACM, as of this article, CCS, one of the leading security research venues, 12 co-authors presented a paper that they think solves this technical mystery. The key is somewhat ironically something called Diffie-Hellman key exchange. And it sounds crazy, right? So an algorithm that we and many others have advocated as a defense against mass surveillance. Diffie-Hellman is a cornerstone of modern cryptography used in VPNs, HTTPS websites, email, and a lot of other protocols. Their paper shows that through a confluence of number theory and bad implementation choices, many real-world users of Diffie-Hellman are likely vulnerable to state-level attackers. For the nerds in the audience, here's what's wrong. If a client and server are speaking Diffie-Hellman, they first need to agree on a large prime number in a particular form. There seemed to be no reason why everyone couldn't just use that same prime, and in fact, in many applications tend to use standardized or hard-coded primes, which is not good. There was a very important detail that got lost in translation between the mathematicians and the practitioners. An adversary can perform a single enormous computation to crack a particular prime. So that's very, very important in this, right? Then they could easily break any individual connection that uses that prime. So how enormous a computation, you ask? Possibly something on the scale of the Enigma, the World War II Enigma. So all of this basically being said is that if they can do this, they can effectively have free reign to about 20% of the top million HTTPS websites and encrypted traffic. So they could effectively read anything, have access to anything that is encrypted, electronically on the 20% level. Is what this theory is. So, where this sounds, people can say, oh, who cares? It's just people's email and stuff like that. Where this can get kind of sketchy is things like trade secrets, right? Or technological, let's say Greg invents something really great. He wants to protect his invention, right? And because it's just not ready for prime time or something like that, or he wants to commercialize it. If someone with this particular access gets a hold of it, they could do some industrial espionage, right? And take that and call it Adolfo 2.0, which I've done and made millions and millions on Greg's wonderful idea, thanks to my government connection, or me being a government insider itself, or NSA, or having access to this NSA.
That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, exactly. So a really fascinating kind of, cloak and dagger type of story on encryption with a nerdy angle.
Whoa.
Let's get Diffie-Hellman shirts, huh, Greg?
Yeah, well,
Diffie-Hellman.
I tell you. Wow, that's pretty heavy.
All right.
Very deep.
So speaking of heavy, Microsoft, what's going on, man?
Well, if you're a Windows 7 and 8 user, have you been forced to go to Windows 10? Well, that's what the people at Techworm has been reporting. But right now, Microsoft has issued a statement. So anyway, earlier this week, Techworm reported that Microsoft is virtually pushing Windows 10 down the Windows 7 and 8 users' throat, it seems. So if you haven't updated your computer with Windows 10, then prepare yourself for aggressive update notifications. Since they no longer give you ability to opt out. Well, I think Microsoft has now recanted their story and saying that their official response is, as a part of our effort to bring Windows 10 to existing genuine Windows 7 and Windows 8.1 customers, the Windows 10 upgrade may appear as an optional update in the Windows Update W control panel. This is an intuitive and trusted place people can go to find recommended and optional updates to Windows. In the recent Windows update, this option was checked as default. And this was a mistake, and we are removing the check. So, you know, Microsoft really steps into it, right? But, you know, this guy was saying,
one company that can't make a mistake right now, it's, you know, Microsoft.
It's almost hard to believe, right? Because it's almost like, you know, the guy goes on to read at the bottom there. It says, believing Microsoft's statement that it left the box unchecked, causing the automatic upgrades is pretty hard. It seems that some top honcho in Microsoft, with the permission of Satya Nadella, was deliberately forcing Windows 7 and 8.1 users to upgrade to Windows 10. Yeah, I'll let you guys decide what was real, but you know, Microsoft extremely apologizes.
Yeah, extremely so.
Their unchecked box. Or
their uncheckedness.
Their uncheckedness.
Yikes.
So anyway, that was crazy. Totally crazy. All right, dude, let's go to the speed round. You're up first.
I'm up first. Boom. So what we got here? We got a powered by heat Lumen Flashlight. Never needs batteries. How awesome is that? And it actually works. Ooh. So this guy in appears to be Eastern Europe, whatever, has a Kickstarter going that's kicking ass. Where you see that up there, you put your finger on it and it lights up. Really cool, right? So Lumen works transform heat into electricity through difference of body and ambient air temperatures. Awesome. And they got this thing, lights that sucker up pretty decently too. He's got a video down here. He's got the Kickstarter going. Go check it out. 20 days left to go. Pledge at $35 sets you up with a Lumen and a machined aluminum, or $45 to machined titanium. So here's
there's cool devices like that. They call them piezoelectric. So like if you put a delta heat in there, you'll generate some current. It's pretty cool. So exactly. That's what it's probably based on. Oh man, I love this stuff.
So this guy's showing it, lighting up there, and let's see his. Yeah, there it is. Boom! Body heat activated flashlight.
Nice.
Really cool. Nice light and everything. There's the guy who's doing it. Thank you very much for your awesome invention. Super cool. Examples of him lighting up stuff, saying, "Hey, it works pretty good." That's like a 3 meters example, and reading a book example. Blah blah blah. You get it. It's a light. It's cool. Use your finger.
Hey.
All right. Hey. Speed round.
That's good. Speed round. U.S. government will reportedly require all drone purchases to be registered. Oh, is that a big surprise?
Yikes.
So anyway,
not really.
As reported on The Verge, U.S. government will reportedly require all drone purchases to be registered, and they plan to make it mandatory of all drone purchases. So I guess it's kind of like guns. I guess I don't know. You want to go down that road? The Department of Transportation will announce a new plan on Monday with hopes to have this drone registry implemented by the holidays. Happy holidays, everyone. When drones are likely to prove to be a popular gift. The Obama administration and the DOT have yet to announce any such press conference for Monday. The DOT will reportedly form a task force, that's scary, with leading drone manufacturers to create a registration process and ease a potential headache for owners. A drone registry will bring stricter order and accountability to the industry after several recent close calls involving remote-controlled drones and commercial aircraft. Yikes. Police have routinely called for stricter drone laws. So, this whole government thing's really interesting. So it's the DOT doing this. Why isn't it the, FAA? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't figured this whole thing out yet, but I guess transportation is commerce. And
plus they have the serial number of all these things anyways. They're all registered. That they could, single it back to the purchaser. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. I mean, you're right. I mean, the drone industry has all this stuff. So I don't know. This is going to stay tuned, folks, for more next week. Yes. Speed round.
So our friends at Robot Turtle, who we introduced, have come up with a super huge hit called the Glowforge, the 3D laser printer. So as you see here, $12 million sold in 23 days. Their goal was 100,000 bucks. They are 12,000% funded. So you got 6 days left for the 50% pre-order discount. So what you see is sort of what's happening here. And I'll just go through the site here below without playing the crazy video. So what you can print from Glowforge, it's basically, you know, your typical 3D printer, except that you can actually put cardboard in it and yourself and your drawing. And you see here, or even wood, and it cuts out your engraving or your drawing. So you see leather. Let's see how quick it is. Yeah, acrylic, cardboard, paper. So your kids can play with it. In the example that he shows in his video, his kid was playing with it. You just draw it. Here on the left, there's a drawing, and here it is engraved. So all kinds of amazing sort of examples. There's great software with it. Just one plug, 3D, easy to use, amazing. These guys are like fantastic at user experience and UI. So you're gonna get a great experience. And I can't even believe this is gonna be the Rev 1. So he went from Robot Turtles with his amazing team here to put out this incredible thing. So I would definitely go out there if you guys can check it out. Check out the video. There it is. It's basically 2,000 bucks. It's going to be 4,000 bucks after December, it looks like. So it's looks like a good time to get this thing. It's selling well, and definitely trust the creator of it. A brilliant team of people. So here's the video. Is an example of it burning. There's, you know, creating actually food with this. You could put food, chocolate in it, and make stuff. So it's super cool. So there's a cardboard that she had just cut, and she's piecing stuff together.
That's cool.
It's really neat. She makes this thing.
Wow.
Very
Just
cool.
adding to the maker movement, my friends.
Yeah. This is really cool.
I love it.
All right.
Catch, man. Oh, wow. That is cool. I got to have one.
Me too.
Gotta have one.
JetBlue.
Dude, so JetBlue wants to be the only airline with free Wi-Fi on every flight. Well, I don't know if you've known recently, JetBlue recently introduced checked baggage fees just like everyone else, which relinquished the title of only large U.S. airline with free checked bags to Southwest now, right? Southwest is the only one. But they have a way to maybe make it up to you folks. So a way they're going to make it up on Wednesday, last Wednesday, the carrier announced progress in making free in-flight Wi-Fi amongst all of its planes.
Wow.
So they call it Fly-Fi model has proven that there's a way to offer customers more without added extra costs or travel. Yeah, right. They just charge them for the baggage, but we'll give you the Wi-Fi.
So overdue. Yeah, this is so overdue, right? I mean,
totally right.
This hasn't been free all along.
Yeah, Virgin's been doing Wi-Fi for a number of years now, and
they charge for it.
But they charge for it, of course. But I think a lot of passengers, because of the way our world works, is that Wi-Fi is known to be always free whenever you go into a hotspot, right? So I think they always were feeling like, shit, I don't really want to get charged for this type of stuff, right? So anyway, look to your JetBlue, you may get charged for your bags, but you'll get free Wi-Fi. What the heck?
That's a deal.
All right, let's move on. Speed round.
All right, so this is tip time, right? No? Flying car?
No,
where
I
are
got
we?
you here, man.
Oh, no wonder I thought it was a tip, because it's like practically a tip. So is it's very tippy, my tip-ish, one of the tip-ish type of things.
Tippy speed round.
So it's an application, it's a standalone application, web application, mobile application. I've been talking to these guys a little bit. Very interesting sort of app you can see here for meetings. So it integrates with like your Google Calendar, and it'll display thus the date. You see the date here, and then you can and then it'll give you sort of like a meeting. It'll tell you, oh, you've got a meeting at this time, that time. And then when you click into one of those things, you can get in sort of like notes on the meeting. You can put your notes in and all this stuff.
Oh, neat.
And progress updates. It's a really slick interface. You can flag outcomes, invite your team, obviously, to collaborate on this type of stuff, and output your notes later and share your notes. And then, what's really nice is the integration, as I said, with your Google Calendar and how it shows things as resolved or not. And you have sort of a history. It's sort of like a Slack for meetings type of thing,
or a Basecamp type of approach.
Kind of, yeah, something like that.
Like
the
that.
only huge downfall that I see so far, in my opinion, I mean, besides that, it's all upside right now because it's free to an extent with a certain amount of people, and then they have a freemium model where if you're a bigger company, you're going to pay a little bit monthly fee and this and that. Is that the only thing that I don't like about it is that currently there's no offline usage. So, and if you don't have Wi-Fi connection, you ain't getting this thing working. At least that's what I've experienced so far. They're aware of it. I'm sure that's going to be the next rev because this is that is a must-have feature. Offline syncing is available for Dropbox, Evernote, all these things. It's just something you have to have, in my opinion. But check it out. I mean, it's free, so go check them out. And they're, like I said, this is on iTunes. Currently, I don't believe I don't know if there's an Android or Windows version yet, but, from the Apple people out there, check out Do. It's free on the Mac App Store and iOS, and go get it.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Tip down.
Okay, let's end.
Speed
round with 6 cars that let you soar over traffic. So if you're a commuting buddy like my friend Adolfo, and you were stuck on that bridge fire the other day,
awesome.
This might allow you to get out of that.
For my commute, what are you talking about? I use this for my commute
exactly,
every day.
dude. So, Engadget, thank you, Engadget, for a gallery of 6 available flying cars available today. If you just had a little bit of pocket change of at least $80,000 to $100,000, I guess,
Very nice.
you can get one. Forget about Tesla. Go with your flying car, man. I think you might need a license, but that's okay. Yeah. But anyway, some pretty cool ones in there. I mean, my favorite is the hover bike, obviously.
Oh, the hover bike is awesome.
The hover bike is awesome. Yeah. Isn't that Tronish? Going back to the Tron thing, man. I love this thing. They need to put like glow things on the side and everything. That would be so cool. But anyway, I think that that is the future, my friend. So so I check it out. I think you guys will really love the interesting flying cars that they've come up with there, and we'd love to hear your comments on that. Would you buy one? Would you?
This looks like a flying table. Not too cool, Hyundai.
They took it in front of the wrong place, right? Because I agreed with you. When I looked at that first, it didn't look like a car, but it looked like, some cafe in the middle of freaking Formula One country.
Marine World. It looks like an eating area at Marine World. What are you talking about? Jesus.
Or eating area at a Formula One car race or something like
your
that.
eating area happens to fly. I gotta have that one. I'll show Greg.
That was so funny. It was like, you're right. I couldn't figure that one out, but that was a cool one. That kind of
looks like a classic.
That's classic. It's kind of like a chopped up Cessna or something.
That looks like a jet. Period. Let's face it. That looks like a jet.
That's fast. It has to be fast.
That's a jet.
It has to be fast. It has to be fast. Yeah, that's my
favorite. Tip down.
Let's go to tip time, guys. What do you have there?
All right. So my tip is something called photomath. So as a parent and someone who's been working lately on homework with his kid, this was an incredible find for me. So as you see, this is a free app too, by the way, guys. Go get it on available on everything. You hover over your problems. Boom, you get answers. And it actually works. I've proven it. I've used this thing on my kids' homework. And you think, oh, okay, well, what use does that do? It tells you the answer. What they're doing now is they're doing stepping through the problem. So you could teach your kid how to actually step-by-step solve the problem. So it's crazy. It's incredible, man.
That's crazy.
They say currently they don't support handwriting type of things, but it worked for some of my handwriting problems that I wrote down. And it worked for a lot of the math assignment from the teacher, printouts, obviously, for my kid. So it was a big help. Big help.
How'd you find this thing? How'd you find this thing?
It was Carly something. She's a mommy blogger. I should thank her for this one because it was a super great find. So thanks to Microblink, excuse me, for creating this. Look for photomath. That's
we got to interview these guys, man. Got to interview these guys. Wow.
Greg.
Hey, well, let's bring up the IEEE DIY project, please. Please, thank you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the DIY project is a challenge for a way to showcase tech projects for students. Now, they do say that 18 and older, but when you talk, we had an interview with John Cohen, which we'll release next week, who's the IEEE and IBM fellow, which no one can deny. No, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. He said that they'll really accept submissions from almost anybody, and you get you'll get a $500 gift card. But the whole purpose of this is for people to upvote. If you scroll down a little bit there, please. Okay. You could upvote and like and share it.
Submissions.
And actually, he's saying that what he wants to do is increase creativity and innovation. He wants people to steal other people's ideas and make it better.
That's a great idea.
And that's such, to us who was born, kind of in that realm of like, well, stealing is bad, right? Or copying is bad. In this whole maker movement, copying and making something better is actually widely accepted, actually. Especially if you can make it better and reshare it with the community. That's the whole point of the maker thing, is not only to make something better, but reshare it so that someone else could spurn off another idea. And, there's some pretty cool projects in here. Mouse head, mouse for
bowling robot.
Yeah, look at that one.
Bowling robot.
Tesla coil. Everyone always needs a Tesla
coil. How cool is that?
A little robot.
This is great. This reminds me of electronics class. Yeah, this is great.
Exactly. And they're trying to make, what he was saying is they're trying to take the IEEE, which is the Society for Electrical Engineers, and make making and electronics less geeky and make it more, worldly and friendly type of thing.
Wow,
so
good for them.
Check it out. We'll have our interview probably posted next week. You could hear about it. The contest ends December 7th, so submit away, people, and win yourself at least a $500 gift card for the holidays, something like that. So
all right, Greg, events. What kind of events do we got going on here?
Oh, man, we got a lot of
slew
events.
of them. How about it?
Yeah. So SF New Tech's presenting Accelerating Innovative Women in Technology on October 21st at eBay StubHub, which is in San Francisco. So catch them on the 21st. Yeah, it's 5:30 typical SF New Tech, 5:30 to 7:30 networking, 7:30 start, 9 o'clock end. So very, very typical SF New Tech, but they're going to be focusing on women in technology, which is always a great topic to hear.
Very cool.
And then next we have on the 23rd, our friends at Founderspace have their pitch day again. And if you use a nerdy discount of 25, capital O, capital F, you could get in with 25% off to their wonderful event. They have a lot of angels and VCs in the audience, and it's a great networking event if you're looking for funding, if you're a startup. So that's great. Next up, you have the French Tech Hub. We're getting more associated with the French Tech Hub. More on that later. So MarTech, which is marketing technology, is going to be produced by Open Innovation Club, and you get a nerdy discount of 50% off to this event called MarTech 50.
Oh, wow.
And it's another great event. French Tech Hub is they're located in the Dog Patch area of San Francisco, if you guys know where that is, off 3rd Street. So do that. Then on the 30th, we have the New Tech Crawl. That's back. And Miles is actively recruiting and getting venues, and more to come on that. But it's on the 30th. It's a Friday. And be there for the 3rd New Tech Crawl. And then on the 3rd of November, we're getting into November now. It's years going by quickly. Our friends at 360 Fashion Network is putting on a 360 Fashion and Tech sponsored by IBM.
Oh, that's awesome.
At the Metreon. I want to call it Sony Metreon. It's not called Sony Metreon anymore. It's called the Metreon.
Metreon.
Right there, right above the Target there on Mission. And
the Nerd Stalker Metreon.
yeah, the Nerd Stalker, yeah, the Adolfo Metreon.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, let's talk about what's this RubyConf thing?
RubyConf is coming up. Woo! Oh, that's not RubyConf. Here we go. So November 15th through 17th in lovely San Antonio, Texas. I don't know actually if it's lovely. I've never been there before. But RubyConf, it's going to be fantastic. You'll see it's all about Ruby. Tons of amazing speakers. Schedules out, blah, blah, blah. There you go. And this lovely San Antonio, Texas, as we mentioned before. Of course, the program will be amazing. Plenty of brainiacs there, Ruby. Like usual.
Oh, that's right. You're a Ruby geek now.
Let's see. Aaron Patterson. No, I am a newbie. Adam Cuppy, Adam Jonas, Adam Walker, Yaja Hammerly, a bunch of really greats. Topics. Akira Matsuda, of course. We can go on and on. This is like the conference to be to about Ruby this year. So check it out, you guys. RubyConf.
Made in Japan.
Very cool.
Anyway.
That's right.
All right. Well, I guess we'll close this off. If you like this video podcast, like us below on this video, or like us in our podcast on iTunes or Podomatic. And you could suggest some stories for us at nerdstalker.com. Just email Adolfo or I, Adolfo at nerdstalker.com or socialgreg@nerdstalker.com. And, rate us on the iTunes audio and video, and our YouTube channel is Nerdstalker TV. So anyway, how can people get a hold of you again, Adolfo?
Adolfo at nerdstalker.com and at Nerdstalker or at a Ferranda. How about you, Greg?
You can reach me on Twitter at socialgreg or at socialgreg again at nerdstalker.com. So anyway, thanks for joining us, everyone, for this weekly podcast where we believe in Nerdstalker, where we believe in tech, startups, design, and you. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Adolfo.
All right, thanks, guys. See ya.